Hello everyone, and my dear viewers, how are you all? Welcome back to Miriam Tutorials. I'm your host, Miriam Zora, and in today's video, we're going to talk about a very basic and important concept in JavaScript, if-else statements. Imagine, if you go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, and then decide what you want to order. If you like pizza, you order pizza, otherwise, you look for something else. Similarly, in programming, we often need to check certain conditions and then perform different actions based on those conditions. If-else statements help us do exactly that. First, let's talk about the if statement. In JavaScript, the if statement is used like this. Here, condition means a condition or a question whose answer is true or false. If this condition is true, then the code written inside the curly brackets will run. If the condition is false, that code is skipped, and the program moves forward. Look at this example. We are checking if the age is 18 or more. If it is, which it is in this case, then the message "you can vote" will be printed on the console. Now let's talk about the else statement. Else means otherwise. We use else when we want some other code to execute if the if condition is false. An else statement always comes after an if statement. In this example, we are checking if the number is perfectly divisible by 2, i.e., it's even. If it is, the first message will be printed, otherwise, the else code will run, and the message that the number is odd will be printed. And what if you have more than two conditions? That's when we use the else if statement. Else if comes between if and else, giving us another opportunity to check a condition. You can use as many else if statements as you need. Here, we are assigning a grade based on marks. The program will check each condition one by one, and the code inside the first condition that is true will execute. If none of the if or else if conditions are true, then finally the else code will execute. Let's go back to our restaurant example. We can think of if-else like this. If the customer wants pizza, then serve pizza, else if the customer wants burger, then serve burger, else if the customer ordered juice, then serve juice, else show them the menu again. So today, we learned that the if statement allows us to execute code if a condition is true, else executes code if it's false, and else if gives us the option to check multiple conditions. I encourage all of you to practice using if-else statements by creating different conditions on your own. The more you practice, the stronger your understanding will become.